What is a land acknowledgement and why is it important?
A land acknowledgement is a formal statement
that recognizes and respects Indigenous peoples
as traditional stewards of this land
and the enduring relationship that exists between Indigenous peoples and their traditional territories.
To recognize the land as an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory you reside on.
and a way of honoring the Indigenous people who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial.
It is important to understand the long-standing history that has brought you to reside on this land, and to seek to understand your place within that history.
However, a land acknowledgement is only the first step in raising awareness as well as educating yourself in regard to Native nations,
and should act like the first step in a journey to a better understanding of the Native nations and Indigenous peoples whose land on which you reside.
How does one use a land acknowledgement?
Land acknowledgements should be used at the beginning of presentations, important gatherings, and other such events of importance.
They can also be used in the introductory portion of a course.
For example, at the beginning of a semester on the first day of class or in the syllabus.
A land acknowledgement can be as simple as declaring at the beginning of a presentation or event
that you and your guests are on the ancestral homelands and traditional territory of whichever Native nations had a historical presence in the area or continue to have a presence in the area today.
You may go so far as to mention applicable treaties or historical events, and even to explain the purpose and intent behind your acknowledgement of the land.
As an example of a land acknowledgement, I will now read the University of Iowa Acknowledgement of Land and Sovereignty. The University of Iowa is located on the homelands
of the Ojibwe and Anishinaabe, Bahoji,
Iowa,
Kickapoo,
Kickapoo,
Omatmanewak,
Menominee,
Miamika,
Miami,
Natuchi,
Missouri,
Omaha,
Omaha,
Wazaji,
Osage,
Jaware,
Oto,
Odawa,
Ottawa,
Ponca,
Ponca,
Potawatomi, Nishnave,
Potawatomi,
Meskwaki, Nemahaki, Sakawaki, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, Sanish, Nubaga, Nuweta.
and the Ho-Chunk Nations.
The following tribal nations: the Omaha tribe of Nebraska and Iowa, Ponca tribe of Nebraska, Sac and Fox Nation of the Mississippi and Iowa, and Winnebago tribe of Nebraska, continue to thrive in the state of Iowa, and we continue to acknowledge them.
As an academic institution, it is our responsibility to acknowledge the sovereignty and the traditional territories of these tribal nations,
and the treaties that were used to remove these tribal nations, and the histories of dispossession that have allowed for the growth of this institution since 1847.
consistent with the university's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Understanding the historical and current experiences of Native peoples will help inform the work we do.
Collectively, as a university, to engage in building relationships through academic scholarship, collaborative partnerships, community service, enrollment and retention efforts, acknowledging our past, our present, and future Native nations.